we have been able to generate very well-trained human capital in the past. As I mentioned earlier, we have over 2,000 alumni in different university, think tanks, government, working in different areas. So what SANDEE thing is like, what we're thinking is now using our well-trained alumni members from the region so that they can be more involved in exchanging ideas, like keeping that the spirit of working together alive, so that they learn from each other, they exchange ideas each other, they generate resources each other, so that our problem in South Asia can be tackled collectively. So that is our next phase of activities for SANDEE. So, before understanding achievement of SANDEE for the past 25 years, we also need to know what were the objectives. So in terms of the objective, when SANDEE was established, there were three key objectives. So one is to help local researchers to build their research capacity and academic leadership so that they can be a good teacher, better researcher, and also support policy community to generate locally grounded good evidence base. So that was the main objective of SANDEE. And for achieving those objectives, so we have a few interventions, I would say. So one is research support to the researchers. So there is some a grant, which is highly competitive. That makes SANDEE attractive to the researchers because it goes to, it's basically merit-based grants, very competitive. And with the grant, we combine researchers who receive grant through competitive basis with the world-class faculty advisors. And one researcher gets paired with another faculty from different universities, and they work at least 2 years together. So in the process, the researchers actually learn a lot of things in terms of how to actually ask good research questions. That is very challenging for researchers who don't have the good training in research. And they learn how to ask good questions, useful questions. And that comes from the grassroots, from the local researchers. And once they understand it, they do the research. And whatever comes out from the process, that actually becomes very useful to the local, the community, the government, the region. So in a way, it is SANDEE program is for developing human capital in the region and generating locally grounded, evidence base that can be used for informing policies that can be for development, for environment, for poverty, those kind of issues. So in terms of achievements, so we have made around 250 projects we funded so far, last 25 years. That means about 10 projects per year. Okay, that means very, very competitive to get it. And we have trained around more than 2,000 alumni. So we have the capacity of our alumni, the number of alumni, about more than 2,000. And every year, these people actually produce more than 50 peer-reviewed articles. That's minimum, right? We cannot actually get the full number, but these are the numbers that we get informed from the researchers. So we compile those, and that means there is a good, the full of a research that has been done from the researchers who are trained locally, and those research have been, generated locally. Okay. So other achievements, once they get training and research support from SANDEE, they go back and they become good teacher, better teacher. They either introduce new environmental economics courses in their universities, or they revise their syllabus so that it becomes up to date. So in that process, the university students can get the world-class education in the local university. That's one of the another benefits of SANDEE. Okay, and then third thing is, once you have the very well-trained human capital, the policy community in your country actually they get benefited. The researchers who are trained, they become advisors, they become technical experts, they provide support to the government, to the institutions. They are invited as an expert. They sit in different committees, different like, um, uh, study team, those kind of things. They produce knowledge, whatever they need. So that is actually local asset for the government. So earlier, when I was a graduate student, I never got anything produced locally. We need to refer something that has been produced either in the, we call West, either in Europe or the North America or Australia, those countries. But nowadays, you don't have to actually go to that extent. You can find things that are produced locally, but equally like the value and the quality is like a world-class quality. So these are some of the achievements that SANDEE has been able to cater to the region. Thank you.